Have you ever sat quietly across from your grown son or daughter, maybe during lunch or phone call, and heard them say something that didn't quite sit right? Something subtle, but sharp. It lingers long after the conversation ends. You may have brushed it off, thinking, they didn't mean it that way, or maybe I'm just being too sensitive. But what if those words weren't harmless? What if they were signs, clear signs, that something deeper is off balance? Today on Elder Wisdom, we're shedding light on the phrases adult children say that don't just hurt. They reveal patterns of emotional strain, manipulation, or even disrespect. This isn't about blaming them. It's about recognizing when your own well-being needs protecting, even from those you love the most. 1. You owe me. When love feels like a transaction. Sometimes it doesn't come out directly. It might sound like, I wouldn't be struggling if you had done more, or after everything I've been through because of you. The message is clear. They believe you owe them, emotionally, financially, or even in guilt. But let's be honest. You've already given. You worked hard. You made sacrifices. You raised them with the best you had. Love from a child should be rooted in appreciation, not demands. You do not owe anyone your retirement, your peace of mind, or your emotional energy, especially when it's being drained without care. Love should never feel like a debt. 2. You're just old. You don't get it. Ageism at home. This one doesn't need to be shouted to be painful. It's a quiet kind of dismissal, one that erases your wisdom with a single word: old. You've lived through decades of change, losses, wins, heartbreaks, and resilience. That experience should be honored, not ignored. When your adult child silences you because of your age, that's not modern thinking. It's a lack of respect. Age isn't something to apologize for. It's something to be proud of. And if your voice is no longer welcome in the conversation, it's okay to protect your space and your worth. 3. If you don't help me, I'll figure it out without you. Love or ultimatum? At first, this might sound like independence, even maturity. But listen carefully. Does it feel like a choice or a pressure? Is it said with respect or is it a threat? Sometimes grown children use this kind of language to control or guilt you. Help me or I walk away. As a parent, the fear of losing connection can push you to give in again and again. But real love doesn't threaten, it invites. It doesn't demand, it supports. If your relationship feels like a transaction, remember, you deserve more than that. 4. You eat too much oatmeal. Just kidding. Well, not really about oatmeal. This next one hits deeper. Sometimes the hurt comes not from what's said, but how it's said. Dismissive comments that make you feel invisible or unheard. Which leads us to 5. You never really loved me. When words cut deeper than any wound. If you've ever heard this, you know how sharp it can feel. It can feel like years of love, sacrifice, and care have been erased in a single sentence. But love isn't always perfect. It doesn't always look the way we expect. What matters is that you showed up. You cared. You gave what you had. That phrase isn't truth. It's often a weapon used to wound or control. And you don't have to carry that pain. 6. You're just being dramatic. The silent dismissal. This one might sound harmless or even joking at first, but it's a way to silence you, to minimize your feelings, and make you doubt yourself. How many times have you been told to toughen up or not make a fuss, especially as we age? When your own child dismisses you like this, it tells you your feelings don't matter. But your emotions are valid. Your experiences matter. You deserve to speak your truth without being belittled or ignored. 7. Recognizing patterns, taking back your power. Each phrase we've talked about isn't just about words, it's about patterns. Patterns of disrespect, control, and manipulation. And when you recognize these patterns, you begin to reclaim your dignity and peace. This isn't about turning your back on family. It's about turning toward yourself, toward the respect and love you deserve. You're never too old to set boundaries or to say, enough. 8. I didn't ask for your opinion. When wisdom is ignored. Everyone has a right to make their own choices. But when your advice is met with cold rejection or contempt, it's painful. It means your years of wisdom, your lived experience, feel invisible. You have every right to share your thoughts with love and respect. A respectful adult child may disagree, but they should always honor your voice. If they don't, it's time to ask if the relationship still serves you. 9. You're the one who needs help, not me, when concern turns to control. Sometimes this phrase might come from genuine worry, but too often it's used to dodge responsibility and shift blame back onto you. If you try to address a problem and get told you're the one who's crazy or you're overreacting, that's not care, it's gaslighting. It makes you question your own feelings and reality, leaving you vulnerable and confused. 10. Protecting your peace is an act of love. Needing help is human, but being silenced or blamed for speaking your truth is harmful. If you feel your reality is constantly challenged or twisted, you have every right to step back. You don't owe your emotional availability to someone who drains your peace. Setting boundaries is not abandoning your family. It's loving yourself enough to demand respect. You deserve respect, kindness, and to be heard. You've lived, loved, and learned. Your voice is valuable. This isn't about giving up. It's about standing tall. It's about living your best life, surrounded by people who honor your worth. Remember, setting boundaries is a sign of strength and self-love. You've earned the right to live with dignity, peace, and joy. Surround yourself with people who uplift and respect you. Your experiences and wisdom are gifts. Never let anyone make you feel otherwise. Thank you for spending this time with Elder Wisdom. If this video spoke to you, please share your thoughts below. Like, share, and subscribe to Elder Wisdom for heartfelt guidance and community support. Remember, you are not alone. Your peace matters.